Go ahead, bro.
All right, Shalom. Before we start, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory.
I
want to say double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that rule well and teach well, the men that taught us this truth, and also Shalom and salutations to the brothers out there that are laboring in this work as well. You know, so we're Great Millstone, Montreal, back out here once again to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, the kingdom of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and also to uplift our Lord Yahweh Shai. You know, 2 Ezra 6:7. You know, because you know, the current rulership, you know, those that are ruling right now, they're known as the Edomites, man, in the scriptures. That's who has possession of the earth. You know, and the Edomites are the so-called white people today, man.
But the majority of them, not all, because you got some that are actually Israelites that look like Edomites. Right? So we got to say that too. You know?
Right. So the majority of them, you know, the elites, you know, especially the elites. Those are the ones that are ruling the earth, man. Those are the ones that are calling the shots. You know, those are the ones that are behind the scenes, man. You know, because you don't see them. You know.
And there can't be peace on earth as long as Esau's in rulership. Really, any heathen that's in rulership that's not an Israelite, under righteousness, the earth is not going to be at peace. The only time the earth is going to be at peace is when the earth is being ruled in righteousness by the Israelites. Okay? When was the only time that we had peace on 40 years of peace, a 40-year stretch of peace on the planet? It was really in the time of King Solomon. Okay, that was when the whole planet was at peace for 40 years. Why was the whole planet at peace for 40 years? Because King Solomon used the wisdom of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, to rule the earth, or to rule Israel, who was on top of all these other governments at that time. Right? So we're coming to a time where that's going to be reenacted, but on a higher level. Okay? Because the Israelites are going to come back in power under the Lord Yahweh Shai, right? And it's going to be in rulership forever. Let's get Isaiah 2 real quick.
Just as it says, Yahweh Shai said, one greater than Solomon is here.
That's right.
Which signifies as the Solomon's kingdom was 40 years of peace, Yahweh Shai's kingdom is going to be an everlasting peace.
Well, that was what was promised to King Solomon. So what does that mean? We'll just leave it at that. What does that mean? Right? Because that didn't happen in the time of King Solomon. See, but if you have the spiritual discernment, you can get what that was talking about. Matter of fact, give me that when he said that would be an everlasting.
Sure.
Okay. And
this is Isaiah 9 and verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government.
Unto us who? The Israelites. Okay, go ahead.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Right.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Right, because one of Yahweh Shai's titles is the Everlasting Father. Okay? The King of Peace. He's going to bring peace to the earth. But first he's going to bring war.
That's right.
Right? The peace has to come after the war. Because you have to take down the wicked.
Right.
The wicked can't be in rulership. What do you think Esau's going to be doing? You got the kingdom of heaven on one side of the earth. And then Esau's, he's going to be looking to, you got particular minerals in your land? Oh, let's create a coup so that we can go up in that land. Esau doesn't stop. Look at North Carolina. That's all I'm going to say. He doesn't stop. Okay? He constantly wants more and more and more. Okay? And he does this to every nation. What do you think these third world nations, why they're so poor and they have all this natural resources? Look at Congo. Oh my gosh. Look at Haiti. Okay? All them natural resources, they're rich. They should be the richest nations. Why are they so poor? Why are they the poorest nation? Because the Edomite, the so-called white man, the brother was mentioned, he's up in that land, man. Controlling the profits of those natural resources. So what he's doing in North Carolina, that's nothing new. That's what he's always did to other nations. But now it's happening to them, and they're like, everyone got to cry for us. Wait a minute, when we bring it up about happening to us or other nations, stop complaining. But now we got to complain. Oh, now you see it. Now your eyes are open. Anyway, Salaki, forgive me for that rant. Go ahead.
Isaiah 9 and verse 7. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end.
There shall be no end. Right? So there's not going to be an end of the government of the Israelites under Yahweh Shai. It's going to be an everlasting kingdom. Go ahead.
Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment.
To order it. There has to be order in the kingdom, man. To have a kingdom that's going to last and have peace, there has to be order. This place is a place without order. Okay?
Right, yeah.
Go ahead.
To establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
Right. There's a type of order, quote unquote, but it's not the right order.
Right.
Okay, it's not the correct order. Okay? So what it really means is it's out of order. It's really not in order. Okay? Go ahead. You got women in power and places of power over men. That's not order, according to the scriptures. Okay? Okay? You got these low, vile people that are exalted in this world. Now you find out they're doing all these freakism in the background, which we already knew that. You know what I'm saying? You thought we didn't know P. Diddy was, and all these celebrities.
That's right.
Not just P. Diddy,
Yeah.
all of them do it, man. Okay? All of these, any Hollywood actor, all of them do that. They're all into that freakism, man. But this one chick came out and said that. She said, yeah, I was at the Biddy parties. But you guys are hypocrites because all these top CEOs and white guys all these top guys do this stuff. Yeah. But you're targeting this guy. Yeah. And she's saying, oh, but, whatever, because he's black, you're targeting blah, blah, blah. That's what she's saying, right? But the whole point is this. There's certain top black guys that are not getting targeted like this that do it too. Jay-Z. You understand?
Yeah.
Well, now the scope is kind of on him now. But we'll see what happens, Jay-Z. But you mentioned that a while ago, right? These different guys, right? So they're not being from whatever reason. Maybe he did something to upset or whatever. Maybe he was getting too hot, too big. They said, "Nah, it's time to bring you down." Whatever. We don't know. Maybe he's in on it. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's just a sacrifice,
maybe he just knows what's going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? But at the end of the day, this is nothing. This is not an anomaly.
Right.
What he does is not an anomaly, right?
Right.
Okay? They do worse than what they're saying. This kind of there's worse that's been done behind closed doors.
That's right.
There's actual sacrifice of toddlers. They actually do that behind closed doors. They do that stuff, man. Okay?
The lady that you're talking about is Kim Kardashian manager. Right?
That woman that came out and said that? Oh, okay.
No pictures.
No pictures. You can take pictures of the signs if you want, not us. All right, thank you. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 5. There is an evil which
So Slacky, like I was saying, that is also disorder.
Yeah.
Because these vile people that are doing wickedness, they're supposed to be shunned, and really, most of them are supposed to be killed.
Yeah.
Some of the acts that they've done, they're supposed to be put to death.
Yeah,
They're supposed to be they go to jail and they're supposed to be put to the spirit. There's no room for that type of poison on the earth. Because what's going to happen is they're going to infect other people.
Yeah.
Which, what do you think? Bro, the same thing happened to Diddy. The same shit happened to him. His former mentor, he used to talk about how he used to certain things with him. So that happened to him.
That's right.
Clive Davis and these guys, that happened to him. And then they taught him how to do that to others.
That's right.
It's a cycle.
That's right.
Okay? It's a cycle. Same thing with R. Kelly. R. Kelly, he would talk about how, I think his mother, his aunt, used to touch him and shit like that.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is. It was like his sister, his older sister was touching him. So and someone was probably touching her.
Yeah.
So it's a cycle of wickedness.
Right.
So how do you do that? So certain things you got to get rid of completely
Yeah.
to make an example of it. Okay?
Sure.
You don't pity pat with cancer. You don't play with cancer. You gotta cut the cancer out, man.
Yeah, you burn it.
Yeah, well, people have testicular cancer. What happens? They cut off one ball. Why? So it doesn't spread. It's the same thing with this wickedness. They think wickedness is a joke. This ain't no joke.
Go ahead. This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
Now, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. So those that have the riches of wisdom, the righteous, right? They're in a low position. They're in poverty. They're struggling to get by. They're in poverty. Okay? They're in a low level, right? But those that are doing this wickedness and these rituals, because they gotta constantly keep doing rituals on the left-hand side to keep getting these blessings.
Right.
Okay? They're exalted in the earth, man. that one demon, man. Oh my gosh. Carl's Winslow from Family Matters. Oh my god. Bro, the dude is guilty. Don't ask me, oh, we don't have proof, I don't want to slander. He did that. Okay? 100% he did that. You see his face when they asked him that, bro? The guy like he seen a ghost. And at first they're like, oh, we heard some news of Diddy. So it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's the way that we act. And he's like, what do you have to say to those people that are making this up? He's like, get a life. He was so guilty, man. Right? And it's an older man. Okay, he was older in that time. In that time, he had to be like at least in his 30s, 40s. Yeah. Right? So he had to do something strange for a little change. Okay? So and then that still haunted him.
Oh, yes.
He's still haunted. It's like, when he heard it, how did this come up to the surface? He thought that was behind closed. He thought surely no one was going to learn about it. But in his old age, it came out. Go ahead, man. So we even get through 2 scriptures back. Go ahead. That's it.
This is Job 10 and verse 22. It says before 21.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched that video countless times. I'm gonna put it on the big screen and watch it today. No, I'm serious. Because the way he got shook, bro. I was like, yo, this guy is guilty, man. So don't tell me they don't do that. That's not what's going on behind closed doors, man. That's exactly what's going on behind closed doors. If you could read spirits, if you could read human behavior, if you take someone who actually studies human behavior, they'll say, oh yeah, look, come on, he did it. But look, all he had to say, the only thing left for him to say was to say, yes, I did it at this thing. You know? You want to say something?
Even the guy that plays his son, Eddie Winslow, he was on a podcast with
So he was all into that from before. He didn't just say, oh my God, I like that. I like chicks with dicks. No, he didn't say that. Okay? He was broke. He already was touched, and he already had to go through that from young, coming up in that industry.
Child stars.
Them child stars, man. All them Nickelodeon famous child stars, they all fucked up. Right? Miley Cyrus, Bieber, but he wasn't a Nickelodeon. But I'm talking about. But no, you're right. Him too, though. What's her name? No, Raven. That's her name. What's that chick's name? Raven Simone. The guy who was in the show. Come on, brother. You can only listen to like 60% of what he says. It's demon talk. He's messed up. Orlando Brown.
That's his name.
He's messed because they've been messed up from that time. That whatever happened to them, whatever they did to them when they were younger, that messed their minds up. That puts demons on them later on in their life that they never escaped from.
Yeah, like those island boys.
Oh, the island boys.
They showed a picture of them young with Epstein, holding both of them side to side. So it makes sense that, they are what they are today.
They were in the island. They were in the island.
Yeah, they were in the island.
Island boys. Island boys. Put it in your face.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is Leviticus 20 and verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
People who do that type of stuff happen to them, a lot of times they become murderers and shit like that.
Right.
Because they're so enraged because of what happened to them and the demons inside of them. Because if you notice those animals, they always fight. Someone says something to them, chasing them up and down the house and up the street. They can say anything to them, they'll lose it because they're filled with demons. It's a lot to go ahead, bro.
It says Leviticus 20 and verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
So that's an abomination. For you to lie with mankind as you lie with a woman, that's an abomination. Okay? Right? So what does that do? That puts spirits on you, man. Right?
It says, they shall surely be put to death.
Right, and they're supposed to be put to death. You're supposed to really go back to the spirit world. Meaning their body, their spirit's supposed to be separated from their body. Okay?
That's right.
But no, they promote that in the society, man. They give them parades and all of that, showing you this is a satanic, demonic society, man.
Protect them, give them scholarships,
Oh yeah.
and all sorts of things.
Yeah. Right? So they praise that type of stuff, man. Okay? And that's why you have to do that in the Hollywood scene, because that's Hollywood is a demonic place. Hollywood is a demonic industry. Okay? Hollywood goes back to Hollowwood, which is the wood that they used to make magic wands. Okay? They're dealing with witchcraft and sorcery, man. Boy, what you got?
It says their blood shall be upon them.
Their blood shall be upon them. Meaning what? that is a just punishment. See, if this was a righteous society in order, they would be implementing this what the brother's reading. Okay? That's it? Okay, go ahead, Zabah.
That's okay. Because it's really like a precept pertaining to how they're not going to be able to hide themselves.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Isaiah 1 and 5, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The old head is sick.
The head starting with what? You start with Judah, right? Judah's the most effeminate, man. Judah got to be up there as the most effeminate amongst the tribes, man.
Yeah?
A lot of times you see them Judah's top man, it's like, yo, this guy's and he may not even be, right? He may just be following the mannerisms of his mom roots, man. Okay? Because it is very, very effeminate, man.
Yeah?
Huh? I see it all over, man. Every time I learn a lot of these Judahs are super duper.
Yeah. But me, I was thinking, because the last time I was thinking about that, I was seeing Northern Kingdom, you know, them too, you know, like a lot of. Huh?
Flamers, huh?
Yeah, flamers, man.
Well,
No, well, Israel, you know.
yeah, there's a lot. I'll say this. There's a lot of. Go to Atlanta.
Oh,
Go to Atlanta, man. That's Alphabet City. That's Alphabet City. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, thug type. That spirit is up there, man. They're heavy with that
Yeah,
spirit.
that's true,
aren't they?
man.
You know? Right. The Northern Kingdom, we may not have so much that may not be so overtly masculine, so to speak. But you do have a lot of masculine in Northern Kingdom too. It's just not, when people might think I have a super deep voice, that doesn't necessarily make them masculine.
Right.
It's their emotional, the way they act, their mannerisms. You can see they're effeminate. You know? A lot of them is putting on wigs. Every time they do comedy, they gotta put on wigs. They gotta act like, because it's not even funny. It's not. It's a lot of people. Go ahead, man.
No, it's just a question pertaining to what the topic that we're on about, flavors or whatnot. Because you know how that they start these young celebrities, they start them young to get into that stuff. If it was a righteous society, so would both of them be put to death, or the person that did it to
To the child?
yeah, like if it's a boy and then and he screams out he doesn't want it.
You know, well, if he screamed out that he didn't want it, he just took it. That's like murder. That's like murder. So you put the guy who did it to him to death. Yeah, that's like murder. He wasn't trying to do that. You knock him out, you know what I'm saying? That was murder. That's murder. That's straight up murder.
Even if it's a grown man who did that.
That's murder. If you knocked him out, you know? But if he wasn't screaming out, I want to sleep.
What you mean, like screaming out? What do you mean, like help?
Like he's really trying to fight him, but he like knocks him out or something.
Okay.
Because there's no way you could do it unless if you're a grown man, you gotta knock you out. You gotta beat you to half death to, you know what I mean? Let's be real, like. So what are you gonna do? You know?
Do some drug.
You can tighten yourself, you know?
Drugs, yeah.
Yeah, get the drug in there.
That's true. Because you can't just get up here, he's fighting, he's hell, you know? You gotta think about it. So that, he's very, he'll be put to death most likely, man. I'll put it to you that way, man. Go ahead, man.
This is Job 10 and verse 21. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, a land of darkness as darkness
A
itself.
child is difficult. A child is not under the law yet. They're not under the law before 12 years old, so that's different, man. There's a difference with that too. Go ahead.
It says, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness.
Right. That's this place. The light is as darkness, man. They promote this darkness as light. And they tell you it's good. Right? And then the people, because they keep hearing that it's good, they believe it's good. Right? But really, what is it? It's wickedness. It's darkness, man.
So it's like they're being desensitized with, like you say, the TV and all that. So they're being constantly bombarded with wickedness to the point that they become numb to it. They just accept it to the point they don't not only accept it, they partake in it.
Yeah.
Throughout generations and things of that nature, it just becomes normal.
If you're not wicked, you're square.
That's it.
Which even Romans 1 is good. Yeah, Romans 1. Okay, you have something else? Okay, good.
This is Isaiah 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Right. Simple. That's what they do. They turn everything upside down. They tell you what is good is bad and what is bad is good. Simple as that. Even with these arranged marriages, they try to demonize that. Your woman should be able to choose. How much they have? So they should have been surprised this woman. They should have only picked one guy, and they should be with that guy for the rest of their life. How much partners have they already had? So clearly, it's not working. It's not working. Okay, when those marriages, by the way, those arranged marriages, they last longer.
Yes.
They last longer.
Less divorce.
Okay, because it's not you picking; it's the father. And not just the father. A lot of times it's the family come and say, okay, we know this guy. He's a good character. He's of a good family. Boom, 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 bam. Boom. He's established. You can take care of her. Bam, bam, bam. Simple. Deal with him. Right? So therefore, if she understands her duty, she gonna know, and he understands his duty. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's not that difficult, man. But this whole whoredom culture, the disease spreads. Okay, their pussy starts stinking, man. Okay. They start becoming crazy because they got all the sperm mixed up in there. And the sperm goes to their brain. How is this better? But if you tell them, it's better, you know, because and then they'll jump to, because back then they couldn't get out of abusive marriages. Well, these bitches in abusive marriages now. They're picking abusers right now, so-called abusers now. And they stay with them for 15 years. So what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? No, they're abusers. Okay, but they're picking abusers now. You know, they're picking dudes that beat their ass now. And they're skipping over the nice guy. Right. You know they'll never do that. And they go right to the guy who they know will do that. So what's the difference?
Yeah, it's like the post that you showed me with the Edomite when he said, I used to be abusive before and when he was testing the girl.
Yeah.
But I won't do it again.
Yeah.
Like, okay. You know, I'll go with you for sure. You know.
Yeah, of course. Right? But arranged marriages is wicked. But she'll pick him. She uses her own choice to pick him. They don't know how to choose, man. Don't you understand? They don't know how to choose. They choose off of vain things. Vain metrics.
Yes, vain metrics. That's true. Hey, the balloon shows you that.
Yeah.
That they can't make their decision.
That's right.
As soon as the man pops out, you know, they boop, 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 boop. You didn't even hear what the man has to say, what type of career that he has, if he's established. You know, they just go based upon vanity. You know, how he dresses. Oh, I didn't like his shoes. That's why it popped. Or his hair. Like, I just got a haircut. He could change the shoes. You know? But once again, they lack judgment. You know?
And a lot of times that's just an excuse. The shoe. A lot of times it has nothing to do with the shoe. A lot of times she's just not feeling it because of, you know, whatever. You know, give it excited. I don't see fun. You know, I don't see fun when I see it. He didn't automatically get my football. It don't work like that. He's going to automatically do it.
He's not tall enough.
He's not tall enough. Maybe well, have you thought maybe it's because you've been with too much men? That you can't, you know what I mean? That you're looking for this, adding all these guys up together in your head. Super Jake. He's a half thug, he's half corporate. No, but he owns his business. He owns something. He can travel at any time on the dime, and he pays for everything. Anything you want out of that, he'll pay for it. You understand? You got it all. But then he only wants to deal with you. Only has eyes for you. His member doesn't even get aroused by other women. This is the guy that in their head.
This is Job 39 in verse 17. It says, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
Okay, close the book. Close the book. Close the book. What you got?
Sirach 25:25. Give no water passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to God of
Well,
God.
I don't want to go all to the book. That's not even what I wanted to do. Well, you know, I'm just showing you how this place is out of order.
That's right,
That's
that's
all
right.
I was talking about. All this place is out of order. You know what they're doing. This place is out of order. And that's just one of many examples.
This is Job 17, verse 12. They changed the night into day. The
Romans
light.
1. Did you get Romans 1? Okay, hold that on there.
It says they changed the night into day. The light is short because of darkness.
That's it. The light is short because of darkness. You barely any light in here, man. You know, you hear some Jake talk, you may see somebody going good for like 2 minutes. Man, right to the left.
That's true.
Huh? This one guy, the apostle, just did a video on this guy's a bug. I mean, Jake, man. And he's saying it with confidence. You know, Adam and Eve wasn't really Adam and Eve. He was talking about the atom, right? Mixing with the evening, which means it's talking about the day and the night. It's like, yo, but he's saying it with confidence. The other Jews going up, yo, that makes sense, yo. That makes sense. That makes sense. You know, Jake, that's you.
That's
You
deep,
twisted
you.
it. That makes sense.
I never thought about it
Huh?
that way.
Huh? That makes sense, you know? So I'm like, yo, these Jakes are hopeless, man. That's why the apostle said, none of them are the elect. And I agree. I don't see none of the elect. They come to me and say, no, it's not for you. But I'm on the sign now. This is a different sign. You know? Yeah, flip it around. Yeah, flip it. See, Edom, they're still illusion. You're not on this. Okay? First of all, you're an American, man. Or Canadian. You're not, you know? Or Jamaican. What are you? Jamaican? Yeah, it's not for you. We're dealing with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay? So, these guys are out of here, man. Right? But they'll talk like, yo, that makes perfect sense. Because they're trying to get this, they're trying to read it for themselves, say, I can figure this out.
Yeah.
You know, this sounds cool. This sounds right. So I'm going to tell them this sounds right. First of all, dumbass, the word Eve is not in the Hebrew. You know the Bible was originally written in the ancient Hebrew, right? Okay, the word Eve is not in the Hebrew. It's Hawa. That's the word for Eve. That has nothing to do with evening. The word evening in Hebrew is Irab. Has nothing to do with that. So right there, you're cut. Right there, if you were there, but keep listening to these guys. Keep listening to these guys. You're gonna be, they're gonna lead you right into a hole, right into a pit. So, Laki, that was it on that? Okay, go ahead, Sabah. Read that.
Romans 1:22. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like unto corruptible men, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lust of their own hearts.
So the things that we're speaking about is uncleanliness, man. When we go into the dealing with men and women with women, that's uncleanliness. Okay? It's unclean, it's unsanitary, man. Right?
To dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
Right, to dishonor their own body. Listen, man's fluid ain't supposed to mix with next man's fluid, right? Woman fluid ain't supposed to mix with next woman's fluid on the levels, man. Okay? The fluid has DNA in it, man. Your saliva has DNA in it too. Right. Women's bodies are more acidic, males' bodies are more alkaline. It's like that for a reason, man. Okay? So when you go into a woman, it's a perfect balance, man. Anything else is corruption, man. Okay? It's acid and acid, that ain't gonna mix. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
It says, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen.
Right, that's it. Keep going.
Yep. For this cause the Most High gave them up.
And worshiping the creature, that goes into Satanism.
Yeah.
Okay? Because part of Satanism is worshiping yourself. It's believing you are God. And in the negative, like the capital G. You know what I mean? Like you are your own Most High. You could create your own reality. You could do your own will, in other words. That's what all that Satanism on the left-hand side is all about. That's right. That's why when they go into the particular parties, right, they make them say, I say you are God, something along those lines. You know, this, that, I can control all this. That's what it's about. Jay-Z and them, they've said things like that. P. Diddy, these guys, they said things like that.
Nas.
Okay, Nas, right? 5% of knowledge. That all goes back to Satanism. Okay, and guess what? These now some of them are finding out they don't.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just to add, I remember watching a lesson from Elder Wakwai Kwame. He mentioned how that for you to get higher in wickedness, you have to do more and more, abound more acts. You know, to where that it's things that it's not common to nature. You know, you always go higher on a level, higher, and then the butt, and then you go on increase to where that it's complete madness, man. You know that's how you basically make it in this world.
Complete filth.
Yeah.
Filth. When you look at that top witch that be around him, I don't remember her name, but she looks filthy.
Oh, that's
She looks filthy. Look at her, the eyelash all over. She looks filthy. She looks like, she eats poop for breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the witch?
Yeah,
Even their fingers. I saw a picture. It's all black. It's black, man.
That's what she looks filthy. Because that's what the left-hand side is. It's filthiness, man. It's actual filthiness, man.
Yeah, she looked like the lady that passed through here.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or they're kind of. I was that's a spirit. I was thinking that too. But she's just got demons on her. Right? She might not. Who knows? But we have seen people like her pass by. I've seen women like her pass by. I don't know if you guys remember. I've seen women that look like her pass by. Yeah, well, you could tell, like, yeah, some they got the same, and they got the same kind of look on their face when they pass it. They look all crazy. Yeah. That's a witch. I've seen that multiple times pass beside us, man. Pass in front of us, man. So this is the type of people that run the earth, man. These are the type of people that are highly esteemed in this world.
Right.
But who's reading that? Go
It
ahead.
says here, for this cause the Most High gave them up unto violent affection. For even their women, they changed their natural use into that which is against nature.
Yeah, they changed their natural use against that which is against nature, which is to be what? A wife unto a husband, right? To serve her husband. That's what it is to nature.
Nature, yeah.
Okay? Bring forth children, that's nature. Okay? Don't tell how's that not? Why do you have a vagina? Why do you have eggs? What are they there for?
Decoration.
Tell me, what are you talking about? Man? It's common sense. And this is common sense what we're breaking. Right? But Esau has blurred common sense.
Yeah.
He has made common sense blurred. Oh, it's not just male and female. There's others. There's others.
It's they them.
Go ahead, man.
And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that
And
which
they're
is
burning in their lust. It's an evil lust. Okay? The demons, Satan is using their flesh to go deeper and deeper. Man. Just straight. And then some people, they're brought into it gradually. Some people, they just jump into it head first and from young. But some people, they're brought into it gradually.
I mean, so that's what Esau, is doing with the porno industry. Right?
Yes.
Where now, little by little, he's adding more and more, flavor things in there, man. Now there's a category for flavors. You just click on it and watch flavor.
They'll put the category, in the wrong. They'll put it in.
Yeah, no, right, on purpose. They'll put it on purpose. They put the ad on purpose right in front of you. For you to click on it and then go watch it, man. And you have individuals that do this thing, man. They watch female, and now they're, let me see what men and man is like. And then from there on, they get introduced slowly to it, man. Maybe I am gay, Now they want to try the other sex.
It makes you more and more numb. Like, I think it's not enough. Now you got to go to the next. Because when you were young, because even back then, I was heavy in that Benjaminite spirit. I was more in the Benjaminite spirit than the majority of these so-called Jamaicans. This, that, watch no porn. From young, I was saying, even in high school, I wasn't watching porn. It took me like a long time to even see what that was all about. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, Benjamin, they don't watch porn?
Well, they do, but even me, I was just so.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Watch the next man take it over.
Yeah, okay.
No, I was doing that from young. I was doing that from young. You understand what I'm saying? But then eventually it's gonna come. It's gonna pop up because it's the way of the world.
Yeah, that's it, man.
But yeah, it's highly demonic. It kind of, and then because before that, a chick touch you, you ready, gotta kind of hold, you know. And now it's like, yo. But then but then when decades, it's like, yo, it's not a keep climbing up the ladder. That's how wickedness is, man. That's how wickedness is, man. And that's why Esau created that, man.
Yeah.
Right? By the way, it's a small hat behind that, man.
Yeah.
There's an OT, no?
Actual rabbis behind
Yeah,
that.
man.
He's in the OT.
He resides in Ottawa.
Yeah.
He's the Ottawa? Okay, I thought it was Montreal based.
Oh yeah.
He's in Ottawa. He did a podcast.
He owns Pornhub.
I thought that was based in Montreal.
I'm not sure. I know,
But he's from Ottawa.
I know the Brazzers, they got the headquarters in Montreal.
Okay.
But
So this is a demonic city.
yes, that's a highly demonic city. But the guy, he's a rabbi, he owns Pornhub.
It's crazy.
And he lives in Ottawa. And he's a lawyer.
And even in the podcast, when he was, when we were talking to him, interviewing him about it, he was talking about it like it was normal, like it was casual, just business.
And he's the son of God.
He's the son of God.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
Holy priest.
He goes into sexual magic,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What they do, they try to try to reduce your inhibition, which is like your natural way to say no to things, not to fight things, and try to reduce that. In other words, make you accustomed to the wickedness. So like the brother's giving an example. Okay, so men and women is not enough. Now men and women doing anal, and then they go into
And they're heavy on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
orgies, and eventually into the men.
Yeah.
It just gets you deeper and deeper into madness.
Even the stepdad, stepmom, that's against the
Look
law.
at a vagina right here. Why would you? See, that's demonic. That's demonic.
There's that guy in I don't
It's
know
like
if
it
you
doesn't
guys
have
watch.
lubrication. Vagina has natural.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys watched that documentary on Netflix at one point, The Lion King. The lion, the king, whatever, the guy.
the Tiger King?
The Tiger King.
Or whatever his name. I didn't watch it. I never watched it.
Yeah.
Heard
So
about it. Like that.
basically, that guy's a flavor. And one guy that came to work with him, said he told him, "Oh, you watch porn, huh?" He said, "Yeah, I watch porn." So you watch the guys, huh? You watch the guys. Said, "No, I don't watch the guys." So okay. But so you watch the girls with the guys. Said, "Yeah, okay." But you watch the guys, you watch his dick. So eventually, he ended up dealing with him. They persuaded him to deal with it because he was watching it. And then now they got married.
He wanted to do it.
Yeah, deep down, And then they got married, So, yeah,
This is a sick man. I didn't watch that doctor, and I'm thankful I did.
I watched the first episode. I said, "Nah, he's crazy, man." Yeah,
That's something?
It's a good.
Oh, there's been one going.
It says here, for even their women they change their natural. And likewise, the man also leaving the natural use of woman, burning their lust one toward another, man with man working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
But it's highly demonic, especially in the West, because you got it like where it's like advertised everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Constantly, 100%, every day, every second you look around, it's advertised everywhere. But then the way marriage is set up, it's like it's a messed up. It deprives you. It deprives the average. You know what I'm saying? So it's not proper. It's not. So it's just it sets you up it sets up for this type of madness. You know what I mean? So where do where do these guys resort to? Go ahead, man.
It says here, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy.
So then it's like you're trying to. What the scriptures even say it's better to marry than to burn.
Yeah. But you can't even find.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's causing you to burn. Esau knows what he's doing with society. It's causing you to burn, and that burn is messing you up. You understand what I'm saying? That burn's constantly messing you up. So that's a heavy spiritual attack. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says here, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness.
In certain countries, that's not acceptable. Porn is not acceptable. In certain countries.
they're about to. I don't know if they did, but I think they were going to ban it in Russia or something like that. I'm not too sure. But it says here, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, worshippers, so like whisperers, backbiters, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do it.
Yes,
that do them.
according to the Most High, it's worthy of death. And these people, if you don't have a problem with it, guess what? You're just like them. Okay, you're just like them. You're on the other side. All right. You got something higher? Okay, go ahead.
This is Proverbs 17 and verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord Yahweh. Proverbs 17 and verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord Yahweh.
Even they both are an abomination, man. So if you're with it, you're an abomination as well. Okay, we don't want nothing to do with you, right? And if you're with the way the society is set up, the wickedness that's being done, okay? Because this is how the society is ran. It's ran by wicked people, right? So the people that are under them, they're officers. They're all wicked as well, okay?
This is the book of Sirach 10 and verse 3. An unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right. The unwise king destroyed his people. And the way they have this set up is that it just constantly destroys you. Okay, in many ways, man. The food, right? Like we just mentioned how this got you burning, right? But then it deprives you. But then it puts these things in your face so that you are another alternative, right? To help you from burning. And then that destroys you. Okay? So this is a sick, twisted place, man. All fronts. Right? So that's why we can't wait for this place to finish.
Even when it says if you do it good, you do it unwillingly, or basically even how he gave women lip. You know, there's an interview out the guy said, oh, the woman lip is good for the woman, and because of this, because of that, because the guy said, no, this guy told me you're stupid. Woman's lip is just so we can tax the woman but it's really for a wicked agenda. It wasn't for the good. So even that giving them liberty.
So you can tax the people, tax everybody, tax them included, and break up the family.
Break up the family.
And it's also for witchcraft purposes. Because when you go to witchcraft, when you look at witchcraft, feminism is a heavy part of witchcraft. Good.
Habakkuk 2 and 5.
That's also it's mostly wishes. You know, you see them on the internet doing their witchcraft. They do witchcraft on YouTube, TikTok. They actually do witchcraft on here, reading tarot cards and shit, doing potions, all kind of wickedness is going on YouTube stuff, right? Who's mainly doing it? It's women. You don't see no warlocks. You don't see no men doing that for the most part, right? It's rare to see that. That's like women are highly into that stuff. Good.
It says here, Habakkuk 2 and 5, yet also because it transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right, gathered to him all nations, him all people, and he forces his philosophies down their throat, man. Right? That's that wine. Scripture speak about how Babylon was a golden cup and it had the wine in there. It was spread over all nations, man. Okay? So they start to follow those ways, man. So the whole earth is under a spell, man. Okay? Well, that's why they created the UN too, so that they can bring everything together. That's really the one that runs the UN is really America. Okay? And they brought and that's to bring all these nations together, right? Under one agenda. Right? So you got UN troops. Right, the troops, these particular German troops, particular how do you call it, sleeper cells, these different countries going through the border, these military-aged men, right? Some of them are working for the UN, right? According to the reports, right? Some of them are working for the UN. What, the UN is paying them, giving them credit cards, sending them guns and ammunition, all right? To get things in order, man. So that's just a worldwide siege, man. All right? And that's why he created that, man. Go ahead, bro. So you looked it up and you said that the UN was what, part of the WEF? It was connected or works with the WEF? It's part of the WHO is part of the UN. Ah, see, they're giving all that power to the. See, when it came to that C-19.
So basically, the Rothschilds.
Of course, they're always behind it. You know, because we know Black Rock and Vanguard, particular countries, they own everything. You really go into it. You know, they're you know, so it always has to lead back to them.
They say at the end of the rainbow there's a pot of gold, and if you follow the money there's a small hat.
You know, specifically the top families.
This is Micah 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword and destruction.
Yeah, so this is a polluted place, man. And we've been polluted by this place to some degree, but we've been cleansed through the word. Right? We've been cleansed through the word, through the blood of Yahweh. Right? So we're not affected like how these people are affected. Right? Although there's still that residue, but you can't escape that as long as you're in the flesh. Yeah. The only way you can escape the residue is when you're going to be into those new bodies, man. That's why Paul said it's sin that lies within you, man. You know? See, he said that I do, I would not do that I do. Okay? It's sin that lies within you. All right? It's sin that lies within you, right? Okay? So what does that mean? That means as long as you're in this body, you can't, there's no way you're going to be perfect, because first of all, you're in the most polluted society there's ever been, right? So from young, right, you've been indoctrinated, not just indoctrinated, but you're polluted with these ways and these habits. And then on top of that, now you're here, it's the way the society is. You know, the way the movement society is polluted. Okay?
Galatians 5 and 16.
Yeah.
This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Right.
For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh.
See, but we're also walking in the spirit. You understand what I'm saying? So there's certain things that's bound. You know, you got to cut off. You got to really say, you know, to cut that off. See, in the world, we didn't have those boundaries. In the world, we wanted to fulfill our lust. You know what I'm saying? The world just is what it is, man. Okay?
So again, when you come to the truth, you have boundaries that you cannot pass. You know, like now your moral compass is really the scriptures, the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
And striving yourself to follow these things, now you set your limit.
Right.
So,
that's why scriptures speak about wisdom and its fetters. You know, those are basically the restraints.
So you're basically putting yourself behind a cell. And also anything outside that cell you can't reach it.
Right.
Like say committing adultery, that's a no-no. You know, stealing or doing, you know, whatever is against the will of Yahweh. You're setting yourself to not do these things. You know, to not sin, basically.
Yeah, you're learning discipline. Yeah, you're learning discipline when you didn't have in the world. And the discipline is for righteousness, right? For the reward of righteousness. See, that's the difference. It's not for getting an NBA contract.
Right. Yeah.
Not for you know, being a top bodybuilder, you know, starting this business.
Yeah.
It's really for our shot.
Right.
As it says, the very true beginning of wisdom is the desire of wisdom. The desire to be instructed, to follow those limitations. Because those things are really what's going to separate you from going. Because if you pass that limit, that leads unto death. So it says here, for the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary one to another, so that you cannot do the things that you would. But if you're...
That's it.
That's it.
Go ahead, bro. This is Sirach 6 and verse 22. It says, "For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifested to many. Give ear, my son, receive my advice."
So she's not manifested to many. That shows you the preciousness, the value of wisdom. Not everyone has it. It's true, not everyone has it. That's why it says, don't cast your pearls before swine. It's a precious thing, man. These people are not meant to get it, man. The Lord blocked them not to get it. Right? So the fact that you have it, count yourself and esteem yourself blessed.
Verse 23, "Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. And put thy feet into her feathers, and thy chain and thy neck into her chain. Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power."
So that basically goes into you becoming, just as Paul said, I'm a prisoner of hope, a prisoner of Hamashiach. Okay, so you coming into the truth. Now you really have to be a disciple of the Lord. Walk as he walked. You'll try your best to stay in the spirit, right? Mortify your members, right? You see? Sacrifice so that you can do the things that are pleasing unto Yahweh.
Verse 26, "Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power."
So again, you showing your obedience unto the Lord by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, by having faith in Yahweh.
It says, "Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast gotten hold of her, let her not go."
So that goes into you enduring, even in afflictions, even in the tribulations. That's you persevering in the truth and growing in the truth.
It says, "Let her not go, for at the last thou shalt find her rest, and thou shalt be turned to thy joy. Then shall her feathers be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory."
So basically, when you start, it's that those limitations, you gotta adjust to it, because you're coming out of the world, you're coming out with that mindset of, I can do whatever I want, do as I will. You're coming out of it. Okay, and now you have to submit yourself to the ways of Yahweh. As it says, do not conform yourself to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. But it's a work in process. Even today, we're still learning. Each and every one, we're still learning. You see?
Yeah, which just to add to your point too, because really wisdom, or you may see the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, it's really for our benefit. But since we have been engulfed in wickedness for so long, so we don't really see the benefit. But of course, us now, we see the benefits of keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. But our people, they don't see the benefits. Because what? Once again, they're engulfed in wickedness. The only way for them to prosper in the world is what? By doing wickedness. So they view wisdom as like, those feathers is going to be like, it's really going to restrain me from blessings. What left in blessings from this world. But us, being in this truth, we see the bigger picture of how that at the end of the day, if I keep these chains, if I keep these feathers, it's going to be for my benefit. That's why the last said what? Those feathers and those chains are going to what? To glory. It's going to be a defense unto you, man. Right? Because ultimately, if we endure to the end, we're going to be saved. We're going to be the rulers in the world to come, man. That's the better outcome, right? Of having those restrictions now. Okay, not partake in wickedness, man. That's it. That was it. Oh, okay, I got you.
I never remember the word.
Yeah. What was that? Yeah, I'm going to push it further. This is the book of Sirach, 19. No, Sirach, not 19. Sirach 21 and 18. It says, "As is a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. And the knowledge of the unwise is as talk without sense."
So wisdom to them is there's no profit. There's a precept that says, what's the point of serving the Most High? What's the benefit? They say they count those that do wickedness, they count them blessed. Because they see that they're succeeding in this world. Right? See that? You know, they see the riches, but they don't see what they have to do behind closed doors, as we were talking about in the beginning of the camp. You see, behind closed doors, they do all sorts of filthiness, man, to get to the level that they're at. You see? Okay? But again, the wicked, the foolish, okay, those that don't understand the benefit of serving the Lord, to them, wisdom is a house that's burning. Okay, so there's no profit that can come out of it.
Verse 19, doctrine unto fools is as feathers on the feet, and like manacles on the right hand.
And they know what they're doing. Don't let them trick you and act like they don't know it. Maybe he's a celebrity that didn't know. They know exactly what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Okay? They're playing that game where they're supposed to keep it on the low, you know? Because he's like, oh, I feel bad about how I led these women down that path. He said something like that, right? But ultimately, I just seen a video where she was at this one fashion show. She was beside that witch.
Yeah.
That top witch was just sitting right beside her. Smile over there. So she knows what she don't know what that is. You didn't ask what is this thing? What is this? You didn't ask that? You're gonna see a thing like that amongst all these celebrities. What the fuck is this?
That's right.
Come on.
She know because I saw Offset with her too.
They all know.
Huh? They all know.
They all know. You're in the club. Everyone's partying. The fine bitches, and this is here. You don't ask questions. Whose man is this? Yeah, what proves to me that they know what they got into. Like they signed the deal. Like they made a conscious decision. Because other celebrities or other rappers that was presented with this opportunities, they denied it. You know, that's why, you know, you see certain celebrities, they were at some point, you know, they were thriving, and here it is, you don't hear about them anymore. Because most likely they said, nah man, I don't want that shit, I'm not doing that. And some dudes, they don't even have talent, and you hear about that everywhere. They're everywhere. A Lil Nas X, they don't even have no talent. Came out of sword. Okay? And guess what? And he was everywhere. He's in Nike company, he got his own shoes, his that, and third.
Oh yeah, he had his own shoes, yeah.
So what's shoes with blood?
With blood, eh?
He got shoes now? He had shoes before. The blood in it, supposedly. So you know, he was going deep, right? But why? It's not about talent, right? Talent is just like, okay, it can help us work with you more, but it's a plus. But you don't need that. You can make you grow up without talent, right? That's what Jake doesn't understand. They're trying to get famous off of this different stuff. They don't understand what those high levels of the system.
That's right. 6ix9ine said it too. There's a lot of people that are way better than me, that could rap way better than me, you know, but you have to be in, you know?
You have to make the sacrifice. Sign the contract.
Oh, well, get what Satan said to the Lord.
Yeah.
Satan said to the Lord. On faisait ça avant. On faisait en français avant. On fait le français après. On fait.
C'est quoi ça que...
Explain to him. Explain to him.
Ben là, je sais pas c'est quelle religion ça, on dirait. Jésus est noir, puis au côté, ben j'ai rien, je suis pas raciste, moi.
Mais ça, c'est ok, c'est juste une question.
Oui. Mais c'est quoi la religion?
On va le lire en français pour toi, ok? Juste pour toi. Donne-moi ça. Get me,
Quelle religion? C'est la Bible.
In French. Get it in French.
Ok, le livre d'Apocalypse, chapitre 1, les versets 13, ça dit ici, et au milieu des 7 chandeliers, quelqu'un semblable au Fils de l'homme, vêtu d'un vêtement descendant jusqu'aux pieds.
Ça, c'est la description de qui tu appelles Jésus. Et ça, c'est la description. On peut prendre l'autre aussi, juste pour montrer qui ressemble plus à la description.
Voici encore une fois le livre d'Apocalypse, Révélation, chapitre 1, verset 13, et au milieu des 7 chandeliers, quelqu'un semblable au Fils de l'homme, vêtu d'un vêtement descendant jusqu'aux pieds, ayant la poitrine ceinte d'une ceinture d'or.
Ça, c'est la ceinture d'or. Okay.
Et au milieu, verset 14, sa tête et ses cheveux étaient blancs comme la laine, aussi blancs que la neige, et ses yeux étaient comme des flammes de feu.
Ça, tu dois comprendre qu'est-ce que ça veut dire. Bon, ça parle de la langue. Il y a différentes couleurs de langue. Langue, il y a brun, il y a noir, il y a avec des différentes couleurs dessus. La neige, c'est juste une couleur, c'est blanc. So, la couleur, c'était blanc parce qu'il était son cheveux gris, mais c'était blanc, complètement blanc. Et son texture, c'était comme la laine. Ok? Mais dans ce qui a le texture comme la laine sur le planète Terre, c'est les soi-disant noirs. Et il a le texture comme le laine. Ok? C'est ça. Parce qu'avant, il appelait. Quand tu vois un dictionnaire vieux.
Non, mais je comprends très
Tu
bien.
comprends ce que tu veux dire?
Oui,
Oui,
c'est
juste
ça.
je sais que tu essaies de penser de ça, mais juste pour
Non,
expliquer.
mais j'écoute puis je porte attention.
Désolé, mon français, c'est pas. But what I'm saying, le dictionnaire vieux, comment ça describe,
Quand ça dit les cheveux de mouton,
ça dit que c'est comme les cheveux de noir.
Oui.
Tu vois?
ça dit ici, sa tête et ses cheveux étaient blancs comme la laine.
Get sheep wool on the.
Aussi blanc que la neige, et ses yeux étaient comme une flamme de feu. Et ses pieds semblables à du beau cuivre.
Ok, maintenant il regarde ses pieds parce qu'il est en bas.
Tu vois, il est consterné, il est vers la personne qui est devant lui.
Ouais.
Il voit ses pieds. Il dit ici, ça dit ici, et ses pieds semblables à du beau cuivre, comme s'il brûlait dans une fournaise.
La cuivre, c'est déjà brun. Okay? C'est brun, et quand ça brûle, ça va être même plus renoncé. So, ça, c'est le description de son pied. So, si ton pied est de même couleur, le reste de ton corps va être de même couleur. Si tu n'as pas une maladie, tu vois, et on sait que le Seigneur a pas de maladie. So, c'est ça, c'est une description qu'il savait avant que le.
Autrement dit, il y avait eu la vision de Jésus dans l'Apocalypse.
C'est ça. Et les personnes, c'était contre la connaissance commune avant le 16e siècle. Avant le 16e siècle, tout le monde savait ça. Même quand tu vois les vieux photos, ici, tu vois, ils savaient, même quand ils dessinaient soi-disant Jésus-Christ, il dessinait comme ça. Ça vient de plus et d'Europe et tout ça. Il sait ça déjà. Les choses qui voulaient changer ça, parce que s'il va mettre une personne au-dessus d'eux, il ne veut pas qu'il pense qu'il n'avait rien, là, tu vois. Il pense qu'il était sur la jungle, là. Il juste pas, l'esclavage, c'est bon pour lui. Tu comprends ce que je veux dire?
Je comprends, c'est qu'autrement dit, tu es en train d'expliquer que Jésus était noir.
C'est ça. C'est pour ça qu'on a ça. Je sais que c'est comme un choc, mais ça, c'est la vérité, tu vois. Juste pour dire c'est ça. Et let's get Daniel 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Bring that up. Oh, 10.
Autrement dit, ça, c'est les 12 tribus de Juda.
C'est tout Israël.
D'Israël.
Judas, c'est juste une tribu.
Oui, c'est ça.
OK, go ahead.
Daniel,
You got it? Bring it up. Bring it up.
Daniel 10 et 6, son corps était comme du béryl.
Comment ça se fait?
Daniel 10 et 5, et je levai mes yeux et je regardais, et voici un certain homme vêtu de lin, dont le rein était ceint d'or fin du phase.
Ça, c'est une autre écriture, une autre place Daniel. Dans la Révélation, mais dans Daniel. C'est le même personne. Vas-y.
Mais moi, que Jésus aurait été noir ou blanc, moi.
Mais c'est ça.
L'important de savoir
Oui.
c'est qu'il était le fils de Dieu.
Mais l'important, pourquoi on dit ça? Parce qu'il y a beaucoup de mensonges dans la planète Terre. Tu comprends?
Ouais, ben,
Même ça.
il y en a
So,
plein.
on veut savoir la vérité de tout. Tu comprends ce que je veux dire? So, c'est important. C'est vraiment tout c'est important quand ça vient de la vérité. Même notre nationalité, c'est important. C'est pour ça qu'on dit les 12 tribus d'Israël, c'est qui aujourd'hui? On ne parle pas qui est là maintenant, qui s'appelle juif et tout ça. On parle de les vrais, par descendants.
C'est qui les vrais descendants dans ça?
Quand tu vois les soi-disant noirs, latinos, amérindiens. OK? Et il a notre peuple qui est mélangé, dispersé sur les autres. Il y a les Québécois qui sont les Israéliens aussi. Il y a les autres Chinois qui sont les Israéliens. Peut-être qu'ils regardent comme les nations, mais dans son esprit, quand tu regardes, il y a des personnes qui regardent comme nous, qui étaient à l'Europe, qui étaient là beaucoup
là,
il avait des
il
fils.
aimerait dire que les 12 tribus d'Israël sont pas nécessairement des Juifs, mais que...
Break down what I said. Break down what I said, because my French is not so clear. Break down what I said.
Donc il veut juste te dire que les soi-disant noirs amérindiens et latinos sont les Israélites.
Oui,
Oui,
ok.
dans notre peuple, on est dispersés dans les quatre coins du monde. Donc il va y avoir des Israélites qui vont ressembler comme toi. Comme un Chinois, ou comme un Arabe, ou comme un Indien. Mais son esprit retourne à la nation d'Israël. Donc c'est pas vraiment par la couleur de la peau, c'est vraiment par l'esprit. Donc quand on essaie l'esprit, on va voir si tu es un Israélite ou non. C'est comme ça que ça fonctionne.
Ça faudra dire une personne pour avoir l'esprit de Siméon, non?
Oui,
L'esprit de la nation.
oui,
Question de,
Exact.
c'est une question de lignée.
Oui, je comprends.
Ton père,
Comme on dit, on parlerait plutôt de lignée spirituelle.
non, lignée physique. Parce que ton père, tout est déterminé par la nationalité de ton père.
Mais tes caractéristiques physiques ne déterminent pas ton lignée, ta lignée. Ça ne détermine pas. Ça, c'est une chose de carnalité. Tu vois? Parce que même lui, oh, regarde notre frère ici, quand il il nous montre.
Il y a de l'air sérieux. Là.
Oui, c'est ça. Un homme de Dieu, c'est sérieux avec nous. Mais il dit ça, il a montré une photo de son fils, how do you say, grandson?
Fils. Ben, je vais montrer, je dis ici.
Oui, mais là, c'est parce que j'ai pas mes lunettes, ça ne donnera pas grand-chose.
Et son bon fils,
Oui.
et regarde comme toi. Son bon
Il
fils.
dit, il n'y a pas ses lunettes.
Oui.
Oh, ok.
avoir la
Non,
difficulté,
mais c'est ok, parce que son fils est moins foncé que lui. Et après, lui avait une âme qui était, soi-disant, blanc, et son beau-fils regarde comme toi. Tu vois? Donc quand il grandit et il regarde comme toi, on ne peut pas dire non, il n'est pas un Israélite. Il est le même comme nous. Parce que les choses qui déterminent quand si tu es un Israélite ou non, c'est tes pères.
Oui, je comprends. La génétique.
Exactement, la semence de ton père.
La semence, c'est ça.
C'est ça. Yes.
Fait que là, vous devez avoir l'église en quelque part, ça?
Non, juste ici. Ça, c'est l'église. On fait comme le Seigneur faisait 2000 ans. On fait la même façon, juste dehors. Et ici, pour montrer notre peuple, mais accès notre foi, l'humiliation qui vient avec ça, on fait tout ça pour cette raison. C'est pour ça c'est commandé pour faire ça.
Ça, vous autres, vos enseignements, vous allez les chercher dans la Bible ou quoi?
Oui. Tout dans le Bible. C'est pour ça on dit lire ça. Parce qu'on veut montrer c'est la vérité dans le Bible. Et puis pendant l'église, il ne va pas faire ça, il va peut-être lire un peu et chanter comme eux. Il chante. Mais si tu demandes des questions sérieuses, tu vois ça? Est-ce que l'Esprit Saint va montrer? Get numbers.
Nombre 1 et 18. Et ils rassemblèrent toute la congrégation le premier jour du second mois et ils déclarèrent leur extraction d'après leur famille selon la maison de leur père. Selon la maison de leur père.
Selon la maison de père. Il montre les lignées avec son père. C'est qui ton père? Ton père, non, pas toi. Je parle que de eux. Oui? Parce que maintenant, on ne peut pas regarder les documents pour voir, on voit jusqu'à Jacob. C'est possible. Maintenant, on fait ça par l'esprit. Tu vois, on voit sur l'esprit, si lui est Israël, nous sommes les Israéliens. Les prophéties nous montrent que cette peuple, c'est les Israéliens. Tu comprends? Mais à ce temps-là, il disait, c'est qui ton père? Oh, ton père, c'est un...
J'ai une question quand même, là. Parce que là, vous dites, vous êtes les seuls ici, vous n'êtes pas les seuls à Montréal. Vous devez avoir
dans cette... Il y a des autres personnes qui croient qu'est-ce que nous croyons de ça dans le Montréal. Il y a des autres personnes.
C'est ça, oui.
Il y a des autres personnes.
Parce que là, vous êtes toujours bien pas un groupe de 7 personnes. Donc 5-6 personnes.
C'est à travers le monde.
C'est au travers le monde. C'est ça, oui.
C'est le Seigneur qui a appointé ce mouvement.
Oui, je comprends.
Pour déclarer la fin de cet empire, le royaume présentement, et l'établissement du nouvel empire qui va venir. C'est l'empire du Seigneur. Le royaume de l'éternel.
Ouais, c'est ça, tu parles-tu du retour de Jésus?
Le retour de celui que le monde appelle Jésus. Son vrai nom, c'est Yahawashi en hébreu.
Ça, c'est important. Ça, c'est important pour savoir le vrai nom. Tu vois? Il y en a des gens qui disent, ah, je m'en fous. Ok. Mais quand tu lis la Bible, ça dit, tu dois appeler sur le correct nom. Tu vois? So, la plupart des personnes, il y a ça.
Vous êtes sérieux? C'est vrai? Non, ok, moi je suis croyant aussi, je crois en Dieu, je crois en Jésus.
Mais c'est bon, je juste dois savoir les vérités. C'est tout que tu montres.
Je sais que personnellement, là, je m'arrête à lire quand même la Bible. C'est quand même pas mal. J'ai passé les 10 dernières années à se consacrer à ça. Parce que c'est sûr qu'on n'a pas les mêmes convictions. Vos convictions, par exemple, c'est important de vous dire. Mais l'important, je crois, c'est de croire en Dieu, de croire en Jésus aussi. Et garder les enseignements.
Écoute ça.
Ça dit ici Jean 4, et je vais commencer à 22. Vous adorez, vous ne savez quoi. Nous savons ce que nous adorons, car le salut est à des Israélites.
Nah, but that's not close enough. That's not close enough. Give me that one.
Jean 7, le verset 38. Ça lit, celui qui croit en moi. It's a different translation.
So it doesn't say anything.
Give me the. Jean 7 et 38. Jean 7 et 38. Il est écrit.
Non.
Huh? No, it's another verse. It doesn't say that.
Like the scripture has said?
Yes, you have to believe on me as the scripture has said. What does it say in French? It doesn't say the same. Okay, read that. Finish that out.
Okay, I got it.
It sounds correct?
Yeah.
Okay, read it.
Jean 7 et 38. Celui qui croit en moi, comme l'Écriture a dit.
Comme l'Écriture a dit. Yeah. But read one verse up.
Ok. Je recommence à Jean 7 et 37. Le dernier jour, qui est le grand jour de la fête, Yahawashi se tenait là et s'écriait, disant, si un homme a soif, qu'il vienne à moi et qu'il boive. Celui qui croit en moi, comme l'Écriture a dit.
Comme l'Écriture a dit. Nous, on donne la vérité comme l'Écriture a dit. Pas comme le monde dit. Comme l'Écriture.
Ben oui, ben j'espère. L'Écriture, elle enseignait la venue de Jésus, là. La venue du Sauveur. Comme l'Écriture a enseigné. Jésus sur la croix l'a dit. Tout est accompli, tout ce que les Écritures ont annoncé de moi.
Mais attends, la plupart des personnes, ils ne croient pas que les choses qu'on disait avant.
Ben comme je t'ai dit, moi je crois que Jésus était venu de la lignée de David, qui était juif.
Oui, mais juif, qu'est-ce qu'il veut dire par juif?
Ben, je veux juste dire qu'il est venu du peuple juif. En réalité, il était le fils de Dieu.
Il ne s'appelait pas juif. Il venait de tribu de Juda. C'est ça que l'Écriture dit. Pas juif. Juif, c'est une chose
de la
nouveau.
tribu de Juda, comme tu dis.
Juda, c'est une différence. Parce que là, les Juifs, il a les choses ici. Ça, c'est pas les descendants de Juda.
Ben, il vient de la tribu de
Juda.
Le mot juif,
Attention.
c'est un nouveau terme qui dérive de...
Peut-être aussi, mais je sais que personnellement, j'ai quand même vécu des expériences avec Dieu. Pour le vrai, je ne te cache pas. J'ai vraiment cru en Jésus-Christ et je me suis appliqué à mettre en pratique ces enseignements. À partir de là, dans ma marche qui était très sérieuse avec Dieu, j'ai appris à connaître Dieu, mais le connaître aussi personnellement.
Le reste, tu as venu ici aussi. Ça, c'était la volonté de Dieu aussi. Tu venais ici. Ça, c'était la volonté.
Moi, je m'intéresse à tout ce qui se rapporte à Dieu, à Jésus-Christ. J'écoute bien ce que le monde dit.
Je vais dire ça. Ce qu'on essaie de dire, c'est qu'il faut croire au Seigneur comment que l'Écriture le décrit. C'est ça, il veut que tu le crois comme ça. Mais tu ne peux pas justement dire que tu le crois si les blancs, ça s'en fout. Non. Tu dois croire comment l'Écriture dit. L'Écriture dit qu'il est venu, il est un soi-disant noir, c'est ça. C'est pour ça qu'il a lu l'Écriture qui dit que quoi? Tu
Tu dois croire au Seigneur comme l'Écriture le dit, pas comme que tu le veux.
That's right.
Le Seigneur veut que tu viennes l'honorer avec certaines conditions.
Yes.
Il y a des conditions, tu ne peux pas faire ce que tu veux là.
Ben ça, pour avoir la vie éternelle, là, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire?
Tu dois croire en Yahweh. Tu dois
Oui,
croire
mais pas juste
le Seigneur.
croire en lui.
Croire en Seigneur.
Et croire et mettre en pratique ses enseignements.
C'est ça. Exactement.
Parce qu'il dit, mes brebis entendent la voix et elles me suivent. Je leur donne la vie et elles ne périront jamais.
Mais c'est ça.
C'est Jésus
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il
lui-même.
a demandé de faire?
Ben, de croire en lui.
Mais comment tu lui
Il n'a pas demandé de croire dans la
Ouais, mais
couleur
ça,
qu'il avait,
ça,
mais
c'est
de
vrai.
croire dans ses
Mais
paroles.
il a des choses qui viennent
Il
avec
dit,
croire.
si vous demeurez dans
Il a
mes
des
paroles,
Mais attends, il a des choses qui viennent avec croire en lui, qui montrent que tu crois en lui.
ben, il va falloir qu'elle chiale, là. On a parlé ensemble. Puis comme je vous dis, on ne partage pas tous les mêmes convictions. Pour moi, la couleur de la peau, l'important, c'est de croire que Jésus-Christ est le
Ouais, mais
Fils
si
de
c'était
Dieu.
pas important, il n'aurait pas changé.
Si c'était pas important, il n'aurait pas écrit.
Pour vous autres, c'est très important.
Ouais, parce que c'est la vérité. On vient de lire, il faut que tu crois comme l'Écriture l'a dit.
Ah oui, je comprends. On
Pas
fait
ton
avec
opinion.
les mots, les gars, là.
Non.
Mais, regarde, peu importe la couleur qu'il avait, je sais qu'il était le Fils de Dieu.
Hey,
Mais là, ça veut-
c'est comme si tu veux pas croire.
Ça veut dire que je suis perdu.
Mais si tu
parce
crois
que
pas,
je
qu'est-ce que
crois
nous, on
pas
croit?
Mais je ne savais pas quelle couleur qu'il y avait, Jésus.
Là, on vient de...
On va juste lire,
On
on
vient
va juste
juste
le lire
de-
dans l'Écriture.
Mais si tu crois pas, c'est ok.
Tu veux pas croire.
Si tu crois pas, peut-être.
Ben, je te dis pas que je ne crois pas, je ne sais même pas.
Mais
On vient de lire.
si tu,
Je sais, je comprends.
mais si tu crois pas les vérités que nous on dit, tu crois pas dans les vrais Alice Gospel.
Moi, je crois, je vais être très honnête avec vous. Quand Jésus parlait quand ça a été parlé quand Jésus est venu en Palestine, qui était à la terre promise, qui avait été promis aux Juifs de la part de Dieu, c'est là que se sont instaurées les 12 tribus d'Israël. Dans l'Apocalypse, quand ça dit que Dieu s'est gardé un reste, 144 000 de la tribu de Juda, 12 000 de la tribu de Juda, 12 000 de la tribu de Benjamin. Il parlait du peuple juif.
Oui, oui.
Il parlait pas des non-juifs. Là.
Oui, non, mais les Israélites.
Ouais, c'est ça. Ceux qui étaient instaurés, ceux qui vivaient en
Moi,
Israël.
juif, c'est tu vas au synagogue, tu fais comme ça, tu as les girls, toi tu peux devenir juif toi-même.
Là, je comprends
Ça,
plus
c'est
la
pas.
catégorie différente juif.
Mais c'est une différence. Ça, c'est une chose de lignée. Quand il dit le tribu de Judas, ça, c'est une chose de lignée. Qu'est-ce qu'il parle? Bon, what do you want to say?
Comme on a dit, le mot juif dérive du terme Jews. Quand on dit juif, on ne parle pas de ceux qui sont dans la terre présentement. Eux, c'est pas les vrais peuples. Ils ont changé leur nationalité. En fait, ils dérivent des fils de Esau, Edom. Le vrai peuple, les Jews, ça part des soi-disant noirs, les trois premières tribus.
But really, I want to deal with the fact of you can't just serve the Lord how you want to serve Him. You gotta do what He said. Tu dois faire qu'est-ce qui est écrit, but you have to learn about it. Tu dois apprendre avant. Tu peux pas juste je suis dans mon chambre et Dieu vient à moi, il va apprendre. Ça ne va pas comme ça. Il peut montrer des choses spirituelles, mais pour apprendre comment servir lui, tu dois avoir des hommes que lui-même il est avec. Go ahead.
You want the act?
Yes, read that.
Acte 8 et 29. Alors l'Esprit dit à Philippe, approche-toi et joins-toi à ce chariot. Et Philippe courut vers lui. Et il entendit lire le prophète Isaïe et dit, comprends-tu ce que tu lis? Et il lui dit, comment pourrais-je, à moi qu'un homme me guide?
Ah, so lui, il n'était pas dans l'esprit que moi, je sais. Il dit non, j'ai besoin d'un homme qui me guide. Quel homme qui a venu de guide? Un homme avec le Saint-Esprit, qui comprenait le mot. Qu'est-ce qui était écrit dans les Écritures? Vas-y.
Et il désira de Philippe qu'il monte et s'assied avec lui. Et le passage de l'Écriture qu'il lisait était celui-ci. Il a été mené comme un mouton à l'abattoir et comme un agneau muet devant son tondeur. Ainsi, il n'a pas ouvert sa bouche. Dans son humiliation, son jugement a été retiré. Et qui déclarera sa génération car sa vie est ôtée de la terre?
So say it. You got something? Oh, okay, go ahead. Bring it up.
Jérémie 3 et 15. Et je vous donnerai des pasteurs selon mon cœur. Right? lesquels vous nourriront avec connaissance et intelligence. Donc la réalité, c'est le Seigneur qui a décidé les pasteurs, right, qui allait vous donner. Toi, tu as peut-être une perception, le pasteur que toi tu penses, c'est pas vraiment le pasteur qui t'a donné, a envoyé. C'est selon son cœur, selon son intelligence.
Comme le frère t'a dit, c'est en fait le Seigneur qui t'a donné ici.
Ben, c'est que frère, je ne veux pas que vous soyez dans l'erreur. Vous n'avez pas besoin que personne ne vous enseigne.
Parce qu'il a déjà reçu. Il a déjà reçu.
C'est pour ça qu'il n'a pas besoin de quelqu'un pour dire. Nous, on a déjà reçu. Tu vois? Toi, tu es nouveau ici. Tu comprends? Nous, on a déjà reçu.
Ça fait 32 ans que j'ai ici.
Si tu étais venu dans l'esprit, tu aurais connu le nom. Le vrai nom. Ça, c'est comment tu sais que tu es envoyé. Tu dois savoir le nom. Quand Moïse, la première question que Moïse a demandé au Seigneur, c'est quel est ton nom? Comme ça, je pourrais dire aux gens qui m'a envoyé. Le Seigneur Yahweh, quand il est venu, il a donné tout l'honneur au Seigneur Yahweh, son Père. Okay? So, si tu dis que tu es dans l'esprit, tu dois savoir son nom. Parce que si tu t'appelles Jésus, tu n'es pas dans la vérité.
Ça veut dire quoi le mot Saint-Esprit? Ça veut dire quoi Saint? Ça veut dire quoi Saint? Parce qu'il a une définition. Ça veut dire quoi?
Que je chante parce qu'il faut que j'aille porter ça à la femme. Avant qu'elle se déshydrate.
Toi, tu dois être le head of the household. What's it sound? Ça dit ça.
De la maison,
Salut les gars. Merci pour avoir pris le temps de répondre.
Take care, man. Okay. He's dehydrated. Let's get back to the all right? See, they don't want to, when you're deceived, then nothing you can do. The Lord said the deceiver and the deceiver are His, right? You got people that are so, getting their conscience is seared. And who seared their conscience? The Most High seared their. So we can't take nobody out of that. I'll show you these facts, and it's really pointless. It's got to be for edification for the camera.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Because they're not going to get it. That's why when he was saying that, I was like, it is what it is. If you believe the Most High came to you and showed you something, what can I tell you? What am I going to, there's no breakdown I can show you. You know what I mean? That's going to make you to understand who you are and not to believe that you already have it, right? 32 years, man. 32 years. And I'll tell you, as someone that's been in the world, the demonic spirit can mimic the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Someone in the world, the demonic spirit can mimic the Holy Spirit.
That's true.
Okay, make you feel like something entered into it. Those guys that was following that fat blog. Guys that was following the Temu King David. That's the Temu King David. Yeah, so this is the Temple King David. They were following him, and they made a particular oath.
Shalom, Elder. Shalom.
And I believe they cut themselves. One of them said, "Yo, when we did this oath, man, I felt something spirit enter into me." And all of us understood that the demonic spirit entered into me. So it felt like, it's lively, like you almost had spiritual power, but it was a demonic spirit. Okay, so they can deceive you. So if he says, when I was following this guy, the Holy Spirit entered into me, what am I going to say to convince him otherwise? The Most High deceived him. Heavenly Father deceived him. Right? There's nothing that I can tell him. Right? Give me that.
This is 1 Timothy 4, I'll start at verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressively, that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Having their conscience seared with a hot iron, man.
The Most High stamped that. If you got your conscience seared, if you steer a stamp into someone, like they go to those fraternities, they got their different delta, whatever symbols on them for life, right? That's not gonna go away. Okay, so these guys, they were meant to go down that lane. That's it. There's nothing you can do with those guys, man. All right.
2 Thessalonians 2:11. For this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
Strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Strong delusion. That's a strong. If the Most High sends them strong delusion, how can we take that? Okay. Okay. And we don't even know if he's Israel. He might be an Edomite that likes black guys. I think I said. You know, he likes to live with all certain Levites. I didn't like that man. A couple of years with him. That's right. You know, could be a bugged out Jew. We don't know. And it doesn't matter. If he's not in his truth, they're going to be destroyed all the same.
Jesus coming soon. Jesus coming.
How was shot? What?
Yep. It says here that they might all be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness.
Who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. They don't believe the truth. We showed her the truth of the scripture. It went in one ear, went out the other.
Yeah.
Right? To show you that how much these things go over people's heads, even the simple things.
Yeah.
Very simple. Even the simple things.
Went into the whole breakdown of how the Lord was actually a so-called black man. He said, I understand. Turned around and said, I don't know this.
I don't know.
I don't know this guy. Well, that's what the scriptures speak about the gold bottles, man. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And also, you know, the vessels that can contain no water. Right? So Jake is like that too. Because the Lord got to make you clouds with rain can hold no water. Is that what he says? Okay, I said vessels clouds without rain that can hold no water. The Most High, you know, he puts certain vessels that can retain it, that's strong enough to retain it. The other vessels he makes them with holes in them. So that even if you try to put it on, you're pouring it constantly. You got them under the faucet. Those things not filling up. They've been out here for 2 or 3 years. The vessel's not filling up. That's a vessel the Most High is not working with, right? But then you got brothers that they get it quick.
Yeah.
Right? Oh yeah, I get it. Oh, I get it right away, and it remains in them, and it overflows.
Yeah.
My cup runneth over. Go ahead.
Isaiah 6 and verse 9, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy,
130,
and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed.
Right, that's it. So the Lord doesn't want them to be healed and converted. Okay? We're going to get them last scriptures. We're going to close up early. Okay? What?
Verse 11, then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without men, and the land be utterly desolate.
Ecclesiastes 7 and 13. Consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which you have made crooked?
That's it. Who can make that straight which you have made crooked?
That's right.
He made it crooked. He made it crooked. So we can't make it straight. Go ahead. You got something high?
Yeah, this is the book of 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 6. It says, I have planted Apollos water, but the Most High gave the increase.
Ultimately, it's up to you about Shimon Shai. All we're doing is, planting, watering, and then see what the Most High does with them. And certain seeds, they're not going to flourish. Certain seeds, they're not even going to go into the ground. Right. You know, as you can see, specimen number 1. Right. That was decided. Right. You know?
I mean, that goes into predestination. You be predestined, to have the truth or not. Because the scriptures also speak about those different grounds. Some were stony, some were, some were fertile. It was already like that from the beginning,
Yeah, the thing is, when I first was in the truth, I'll be breaking it down to the I was trying to make them to see it, right? And I'm sure we all were like that. You gotta see it. I'm holding precepts, all my fingers are holding the precept, and then my toes got books with documents in them. My toes are holding books with documents. Hold on, I got no way. Just stay there. Don't leave. Just stay there. Don't run. And you read the righteous is bold as a lion. The wicked flee with no man pursuing. Don't leave. They try to get all these precepts, and they still don't get it. They still don't get it. Right?
This is Revelation 3 and 7. And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these things said he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth, and no man shutteth, and shutteth, and no man openeth.
That's it. Simple as that.
Sirach 27 and 9. The birds will resort to their light, so will the truth return unto them that practice in earth.
He just didn't have the truth. You know, he might not be Israelite. So obviously, if he's not an Israelite, he would not have the truth, right? So it's as simple as that, right?
Matthew 13 and 10. And the disciple came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, Because it's given unto you to know the mystery of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it's not given.
Simple and plain. That's it. So with that, we're going to face the east. We're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Ufakudash.
Belongs to the apostle, great millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shema,
Yahweh, 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 good. Shema, Yahweh, 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 good. Shema, Yahweh, 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 good.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.